Today, September 23rd, is the day that I have been waiting for ever since I arrived in Korea, and that is the fateful day of my immigration office appointment where I can finally register for my ARC, my alien registration card. For those of you guys who don't know, it's really necessary to have an ARC to do almost anything useful in Korea. Like, for example, getting a bank account or a phone plan. And so for the past 7 weeks since I arrived in Korea, I haven't yet been able to set up a phone plan, which I've been waiting for in order to re-access my coupon account and my delivery accounts and all those things. So I've been living like a sad little not 21st century person these days since I've been here, since I haven't had the chance to have an ARC. Thank goodness I already had a bank account, because not getting paid for the first 2 months I was here would be kind of a struggle. I mean, eventually I will be paid, but not being able to be paid in my account would have been annoying. So thankfully I already had that. But yeah, today I'm finally going to the immigration office. You'd think that since I had 7 long weeks of waiting for this appointment that I would have fully prepared all of my documents well in advance, but did not do that. So today, actually, I printed out my forms and picked up the necessary forms from my employer. I also kind of forgot to have my photo printed. Like, you have to have a kind of passport style photo to apply for the ARC. And originally I was going to try to order it online and just have it mailed to me, but I didn't do that until yesterday. And so it has not arrived yet, unsurprisingly. So earlier today I had to run and get a photo taken of me. They have a 1 hour place pretty close to my house, and so I went there about an hour ago actually, and so I'm about to go pick it up now on my way to the immigration office. But yeah, I'm very excited to finally officially be an alien again in Korea so that I can live life to the fullest. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head over, pick up my photos, and be on my way to the immigration office. According to Naver Maps, it should take around 45 to 50 minutes to arrive at the immigration office. So I'm gonna leave a little early, try to give it an hour and 10 minutes. So that's the plan. Hopefully I'll be there early rather than later, but we'll see how long it actually takes via the subway. So let's go. Where to begin? So today is Monday. The last time I talked to you guys was on Friday when I had my immigration appointment. We'll start with the good news. The good news is I got my photos and they turned out pretty well. I had heard from a colleague that sometimes when they do like the typical Korean editing on a foreigner's photos, they can kind of turn out weirdly cartoony and strange looking. But thankfully my editing lady was pretty good and they turned out well. So if I ever need to get some passport photos again, I'm definitely gonna go to the same place because I was pretty happy with how they turned out. But after that, just the day kind of fell apart, honestly. I got on the subway. I have the kind of combined card where you can use your debit card for a transportation card, because otherwise if you just have a transportation card that's separate, you have to like keep refilling it with money as you use it, which is kind of annoying, whereas the debit card just pulls automatically like once or twice a month from your bank account all your transportation expenses that you've used so far, which is much more convenient. But anyway, so I scanned my card, got on the subway, got off with my transportation, and was waiting for my next subway when I realized, I don't know what possessed me to look into my wallet, but I didn't have my card in my wallet. So I checked my pockets, my bag, my purse. I had like some books there. I like flipped through the books. Is the card anywhere? No, the card is missing. I've lost my debit card somehow. I don't even know how. I don't know if I dropped it in the subway station before I got on the subway, or if I dropped it on the subway itself. I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened to it, but I lost my debit card, which meant that once I eventually arrived at my destination, normally you have to scan to get on the subway, and also you have to scan to get off the subway at your last stop, basically, or at least out of the subway station, not like off the subway car. And I didn't have my card that I had scanned in with, so I had to push the help button, which I didn't realize played a very loud, obnoxious song. So everyone else just going through the turnstiles like normal people, and then I push the button and it's like like very, 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 very loudly for like 5 seconds, which doesn't seem very long until you're standing there with very loud music playing in your face, until the person came on the intercom, which was mortifying. But yeah, I had to talk to the person and say like, I lost my card into the speaker, and he came out with a little fancy schmancy machine, plugged in where I come from to where I arrived, and like charged me just in cash to pay my fare. So yeah, that was the annoying event of the day. I didn't have too much time to deal with it at the moment because I had to get to my appointment, which I was just on time for. I had a buffer until I had to like not just walk through the turnstile like a normal person and have like a 5 to 10 minute delay talking to this guy at the station. So I arrived just on time to my immigration appointment, maybe a few minutes early. Was able to use the little glue sticks they provide there to stick my photo onto my documents and sit down and wait for my number. I only had to wait probably maybe 10 minutes, maybe less than that even, until they called my number, which was very nice. Everything worked out fine. There was one document she said I apparently needed that wasn't listed on the website, so I went and they had like a free printing place where I can just log into my email and print off what I needed, which is my employment contract, and then just go back and hand it to her later. And yeah, immigration itself went smoothly, no issues, no complaints there. Surprisingly, I thought that would be the most annoying, stressful event of the day, but as it turns out, no, just getting there was the annoying part. And so afterwards, it was around 3:30. First, I went back to the subway station just to check again with the office people that I had talked to before, to see like, hey, now that it's been some like time passed, can you see if anyone's like reported the card turned in? They called the end station of the line that I had been on before when I probably lost my card, and that nobody had turned anything in there. So I kind of just, was like, okay, thank you, and left. I checked the nearest bank because what I kind of just planned on doing was just hopping over to the bank and just reporting it missing and getting a new card. I had lost my card once before and it was pretty easy. I just went to the bank and got a new card. So I checked, and as it turns out, even though it was like 3:45 at this point, banks apparently close at 3:30, or at least my bank. All the branches in my area close at 3:30 on Fridays. So that was kind of annoying. I had time left on the business day, but no, they close early on Fridays, and so they also close on the weekends. So I had to wait until Monday. Normally you can like report on your banking app if a card's missing, but you have to have like a certificate to do that, meaning that you have to have like verified your account login through like your phone number. And right now I have a temporary phone number and I can't verify using that. So I can't report it missing on my phone. I just have to wait and hope that nobody steals my money for 3 days basically. And thankfully it's Monday now and no one stolen my card or money or anything. Earlier today I went back to my station here and checked with them again. They said that they didn't have anything at their station. They gave me a number to call where I could like see if anything's been turned in like anywhere. And since number one, my current temporary phone plan can't make phone calls. Number two, making phone calls in Korean stresses me the heck out because it's just, my mind turns to mush. I can do any like face-to-face conversation. I'm fine, I'll figure it out. I can do this. But on the phone, like you lose facial expressions, you lose like body context of like motions. It's just, I hate it. It's also just harder to understand over the phone. I hate speaking in Korean over the phone. It's a complex I have. I need to work and improve it, but not today. And then, yeah, I also didn't know like if they did have it, I might have to like travel to somewhere, who knows where, to even get it. So I figured it's just easier now that the banks are open to just pop by the bank and just say I lost my card and get a new one. So that is my plan. I'm gonna pop over to the bank now. Hopefully everything goes fine and there's no issues. At this rate, who knows what issues could arise. But hopefully there will be no issues at all. So yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully this will all be resolved. And oh, the one more thing that's kind of annoying about the situation is that after I got the ARC, it's not like they just give you your ID immediately. You have to like wait another month for the ID to come out. And I paid the extra like a couple of bucks to have them mail it to me when it comes out directly, so I don't have to like go and travel to the immigration office again to pick it up. But that's another 4 weeks. I'll have to wait until I get the actual card, and they give you like a little certificate like this person has registered for a card in the meantime. And I thought that last time that had been good enough for me to get a phone account, but on Friday night I went to the KT office or the KT store nearby me to try to get a phone plan, and apparently you have to have the actual physical card. Could have sworn it wasn't that way a few years ago, but maybe it's changed or maybe I was just wrong. So that's another 4 weeks added on to the 7 weeks I've already waited to have a phone plan. So yeah, just, 3 months of not having a phone plan, not having coupon or delivery or any of the nice things that make life convenient and wonderful here in Korea. But I've survived 7 weeks. I guess I can survive 4 more. So that's the other bad news that was revealed to me on Friday. But anyway, like I said, one problem at a time. I'm gonna go to the bank and try to solve my card issues. So let's go. Just got back from the bank, and of course it didn't work out. Which I'm not even surprised at this point. I kind of figured it might be an issue, but yes, the bank as well needs my ARC in order to be able to help me with my card issue, because when I got the card I used my ARC as my ID to get it, so it's like they're tied together. So I was able to at least report the card missing, which is good. So if someone finds it at this point and tries to use it, they can't use it. So at least there's that. I was able to accomplish something good. But unfortunately, I don't have a debit card now, at least not my Korean debit card. So I'll have to just use my American card, I guess, which isn't ideal, but is doable. So, So yeah, that's my life right now. I feel like I started out this video really excited about thinking that I would be able to finally get my phone plan and therefore access coupon and delivery and all that stuff. But instead, not only is that not the case, but also I lost my card. So that's the wonderful, wonderful weekend I've had so far. I guess another piece of good news, well, first, another piece of bad news is that I've been feeling kind of sick the last 48 hours. Like my throat's been really sick, or my throat's been really hurting, I should say. But the good news is I just took a COVID test and it's negative. So at least I don't have COVID on top of it all. So that's my life so far. Surely it can only get better from here. We'll see. But yeah, until next time. 안녕.